hey, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not being insulting. And tough coaching goes on all the time. You ask anyone who's played or covered the league. It's just that felt like, oh, cameras are on here. 2, Ben Johnson's not a part of this because maybe he's just boring. I'm not going to look deeper than that. And 3, Rodrigo. We're creating a 6th-round pick legend, which means we're going to have to take phone calls about it all year. But it kind of is a statement about the linebacker room. No disrespect. If Alex Anzalone and Malcolm Rodriguez is the best you got, that could be a bit of an issue.
A little bit. Rodrigo. What pick were you? He wasn't first. He wasn't somewhat. I was 6. Can we really not do this? This is very uncomfortable for me, Coach. Nothing against you, Rodrigo, but this guy's going to take your job. I'm going to have to start putting him in the first team reps. And, yeah, the other guys are just looking like, okay.
How do you feel if you're that guy, by the way? You have a coach going, it wasn't even a first rounder. It wasn't a second rounder. And he's going like, I'm sitting right here, guys.
No, but it's big boy school. Like that, you know what? I think Dan Campbell said it best. Enjoy the moment because for some of you, it's your only moment. It's big boy school. That's just, I'm not mad at that.
No. But it was just one of those, everybody else in the linebacking room, the other linebackers were just looking at him like, you ever see the movie Full Metal Jacket? I'm going to do a code red tonight.
No, it's also like, it's so funny how watching.
That's what it looked like, David. They were just like, yeah, this ain't funny. But Mr. Tryhard guy, we're out here. You just can't just back it down a little bit. And he's like, no, I'm trying to make a spot on the roster.
Oh, that's a line out of Rudy right there.
Oh, Mr. Tryhard?
No, remember when they were like, why don't you just cool out?
Yeah.
Because I'm not making you better for Texas.
Oh, that was Vince Vaughn. It was like, you just described your entire career, 4-year career in that one statement, son.
There it is. No, like, it's funny because, look, the Rodriguez thing is a good story. If you watch college football, Oklahoma State had a very good defense last year, very disruptive, and Rodriguez was like that heat-seeking missile. You didn't know if he was a safety, a linebacker, an edge. He was everywhere for them, but he was just try-hard guy. Like, it wasn't any of this unbelievable athleticism, but you knew who he was if you watched Cowboys football.
Yeah.
To see him here, and he might be your day one starter at linebacker, that does frighten me a little. Like, good story and also frightening. Let's go to the people. Go to Nick in Oak Park, 97.1. What's up, Nick?
What's going on?
How are you, bud?
I'm well. How are you?
Excellent. What's on your mind?
Nothing. I think you're right, but I also think it's a difference of personalities. I think he definitely knew the cameras were there, but Swift is just a quieter guy, and I don't think Duce Staley loves that. I feel like he wants to try and get him to get fired up and run through people, but I just don't see Swift as that kind of guy, and he definitely knew the cameras were there. But I think, the inside run thing, first off, we better not run an inside run the first play against the Eagles, because how obvious would that be? But it's like, I don't know. I feel like they're differing personalities are kind of butting heads a little bit, and Swift kind of seems like it's annoying him a little bit, I guess. Kind of. I'm with you on the cameras thing.
See, Nick, I didn't even see a personality from Swift. He just kind of was like, oh, okay, which led me to think this isn't you without the cameras. But I realize you're playing it up, so I'll play my role. But, yeah, when we're done, me and you are going to have a serious talk.
And, again, I don't want anyone taking it too serious. It's just what it felt like in the moment watching it. No one's being insulting. Let's all calm down. It's just more I was waiting for Steven Spielberg to be like, all right, got what I needed. Let's move to the next scene. That was like,
Can you do it one more time? A little more intensity. How do you really feel about him scoring a touchdown but not being patient
Put your
and
finger
going
in
with
his
the play?
face and drop an F-bomb.
Can you coach me like you would do yourself? Okay, we're now right. Okay, need you not to ad-lib, Deuce. Just stick to the script.
David, ticket text, and then we will get to a college football blitz.
Rodrigo will be Zach Follett at best. He's not anything better. Says if they hid the cameras, man, and no one knew they were there, man, it would be better TV, man. Nick in a brown truck.
Thanks, man.
Says Staley probably knows he needs Swift. If Swift isn't great, he's never going to get an OC job or something.
If Swift isn't great.
He already is.
Didn't you see all the yellow jackets in the background of people going to the Hall of Fame? I saw one with D Swift on it.
I don't know that I've ever wanted a local athlete to have a better season than Swift this year, just so he shuts up. And I mean that with love in my heart. Man, if he goes for like 1,900 scrimmage yards, I just want you to. I don't even need a mea culpa. I just want to be left alone. I want my love for DeAndre Swift to just be accepted in this life. I want to be left alone. That and yearning for geographically relevant college football conferences. I just want to be left alone on those 2 points.
Well, I was talking to Kevin Warren last night, and they did place a call, Mike. They contacted East Carolina to see if they wanted to join the Big Ten.
Yes, raise the Jolly Roger. Hey, week 1, NC State at ECU. Best tailgate in the American Conference.
Mike,
That's actually a pretty good game.
Mike, nobody knows what you're talking
That's
about.
pretty good.
I want you to settle in and watch the hefty lefty Holt Mallers. Come on.
Go back to your encyclopedia.
Right.
What? Listen, that team has a damn skull and crossbones on their helmet. They are to be taken seriously. They are to be respected. David, somebody
Someone
please.
says Duce was acting like LT in Any Given Sunday with that speech.
It was something.
2 sides to the ball. It's offense and it's defense. Now give me a chainsaw. I'm gonna cut this car in half.
Up next, the guy's eyeball pops out.
I totally agree with David, and it's going to work, Mike. Playoff bound, Brian the mailman.
Brian, more on that in about 30 minutes. We have a take. We have to discuss it because it is, I think there's a line in the sand and you're Team Rico or Team Mikey. David, one more, and we'll get to business.
Yeah, someone tell me where Derek Barnes is. Troy in Farmington Hills.
Derek Barnes, what are you doing in my car?
I just think, you know what, Mike? It's one of those that both could be correct. Sometimes the offensive coordinator or some coaches are just, they're not. Like, have you ever noticed, and you know the name because you follow MSU, you never see Jay Johnson anywhere?
No, he's a ghost.
Because while everybody else is out there in traction, Jay Johnson actually looks like he's going to work as an accountant. Like he has on slacks and a button-down shirt.
Hold on. I got something for you real quick. NC State -10 at
Eastern Michigan?
Carolina. I'm just saying. NC State's talked about as a dark horse to win the ACC playoff team, only given 10 on the road.
Mike, no one knows who any of these people are. I feel like the progressive guy.
Okay.
No one who made the movies here.
I'm excited for college football.
No one who's made the movies here. No
9
need
days.
to clap.
9 days.
No need to clap.
What about UTEP hosting North Texas, getting 1.5?
Okay, now it's funny because
Dave Warner.
David and I were talking about real games I was excited about.
All right, we're good.
Not that.
We're good.
Utah, Florida? Yes. Ooh. At Gainesville.
Am I getting suckered thinking Ohio State's going to bomb Notre